Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome back to Super Mario Maker Live with Light. Need to check all of the monitoring stuff and then ping the Discord. Yes, the capture card is in fact capturing and the audio is in fact audio. What a world. Okay, other monitor. Brilliant. Well, that seems good. Discord has been pinged. Ping, 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 ping. Okay, let's check out the current status of things. Okay. So yeah, there's the weird three-part speedrun thing that we had very little chance of succeeding at. There's close, but not too close. We might play that one again. But we'll start off. Hopefully this will work. Oh, we got notifications. Comment about audio made you think what it would look or sound like with computer with synesthesia, swapping audio and video. I don't know. 2 people played it, no people started. Rowan Rocks! Hello, hello, hello! Camille Cesson, Danse Macabre. Oh, would help if I turned on my controller. And that might explain why... Oh, geez. It's a real level. Fake donation thing on Twitch that's been going around. Don't know. Haven't really heard... Okay. Oh, nope. Too much height. It's so weird to have a good music level that's also a deadly level. Oh, I missed. Oh, for example. Oh no. I lost my speed. you drop a link, I'm gonna have to time you out. Oops. Oh, just a slash me. Thanks for accepting my duck. Yeah, that's old school. Who's gonna be fooled by a slash me? Did they just get the internet? But thanks for the warning. I just lose all momentum there, and I'm not entirely certain how you're supposed to be able to do it. Too much height. Ah, okay. If you get enough height, you can get to the bottom of the other vine. It doesn't, though. It's the color of you. Bonked my head again. I saw. That was what the duck was about. Keep bonking my head. Boing. Hey, we made it. And we didn't bonk our head there. What a brave new world we're living in. Oh, all the way up, huh? Oh, I missed. Ooh, that was close. Nope, no good. How? How do I keep missing that jump of all jumps? Oh. Your slippery feet, Mario. They're too slippery. Doesn't sound... Oh, they're saying Super Mario Maker. Why is Yoshi holding Kappa hostage? Too small of a jump. Why does he have a bowling ball for a nose? Seems like a fake Yoshi to me. Really? That's what we're going with? Oh! Don't understand how to use vines to do what you need to do. It's just too fast. Nani? Yeah. I just lose all... I just lose all of my speed. Oh, jeez. I caught the vine one too many times. Yeah, I just can't quite figure out how to do that jump, and it doesn't give me time. I need time. I think the screen might have scrolled me into that one. Oops. Overshot the spring. Undershot the spring. By the rule of the 3 bears, this time we'll land right on it. Perfect. Worst jump ever. Ooh, I have an idea. Oh, not quite enough. Can't quite make it to that second vine in one jump. It's a shame. That would have been nice. I don't know how it works. I don't know how vine momentum works in Mario 1. Basic hello. How's it going? We're listening to some Camille Saison. You're doing real good. Real good's real good. Yeah, one time I made it by jumping from the bottom of the vine, so maybe I should try that again. $93 on accounting, 100 on geometry. Nice, nice. Too much jump. Oh, man. This thing is nostalgia in Times Square is in your real book. Only thing you've been playing for 3 hours? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know that tune. I missed the spring again. Yeah, there are just too many tunes. Like, it's real hard to know them all. Oops. Mingus. That makes more sense. I'm not very good at small jumps. I just never know how far they're gonna go. Too much sand. Not enough up. I was pressing up. It did not accept it. Yeah, that was bad. I missed my jump again. But I tend to lose focus after I miss the vine jumps. Yeah, like that. That tiny jump. Better main theme than repeated so you can make a proper lead sheet. Yeah. Yeah. We made it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that time I was getting pushed by the screen, so I didn't have a whole lot of control over anything. Because if I jump too short, I don't make it over the spike. Just can't seem to win. Yeah, that was bad. I double tapped to the right. Just fell right off. Just gonna keep dying to that spike, apparently. So, what are the changes like in Nostalgia in Times Square? I almost pulled that one off. Well, that was no good. Double tap to the right again. And I got smushed by the spike. It's not that they don't work, it's that they are bad for you long term. The most important thing is to make sure that your pads are sealing properly. Oh, I think I need to be going slower. Okay. You gotten it checked out and all the pads are good? From there, it's just a matter of... Ooh, I hit that spike for a change. From there, it's a matter of knowing whether or not you are keeping a good and consistent embouchure, and that your air is doing what it should, and then that your resonating chambers are in line with the note you're trying to play. So, in general, with saxophone, you want pressure coming from the sides of the mouthpiece, not from the top and the bottom. You want to have as little pressure as possible on the top and the bottom, and all of the stability comes from the sides. Talking about the saxophone, dying to spikes. Because if you rely too much on the up and down, you'll have unreliable intonation and tone in the different registers. And typically that'll also manifest in low notes not quite coming out right. Yeah, so that sounds more like a resonating chamber problem. Oh, a resonating chamber problem than an embouchure problem, but it might also be slightly embouchure. But that's what happens when your body is trying to hit a note that the horn isn't. Man, I just... yeah, so... How to explain resonating chambers. So, the instrument itself is a resonating chamber. That's why it makes the note that it makes, with a single reed providing noise as the input. But you also have resonating chambers inside of you, namely inside of your mouth, inside of your lungs, pretty much anywhere that air and sound can go is useful in reinforcing the sound that you're making. And so people who don't know how to whistle often have difficulty with their body's resonating chambers because they think all of the sound should be made from their lips, and it's really not. Oh, so if you don't know how to whistle, you need to practice. It is super useful for wind instruments and for singing. Because you start off just by making noise, and then eventually your body gets accustomed to how it should feel to make a particular note sound good. And so when you can whistle a note that sounds good, like really good, that's when you've got your resonating chambers aligned to that note. Mostly your upper ones, not necessarily your lungs. But then that reinforcement that you get from whistling also helps with your tone on wind instruments. And when you've got that covered, it'll help get the low notes out more reliably because you'll be reinforcing the note that's supposed to come out and not the one that's much higher. Oh, man, I didn't know what was coming. Any tips on whistling? So what level of not knowing how to whistle are you? Like, you can't make any sound at all, sorts of... any noise at all. Okay. I can't see myself. Let's see. Tips for actually... Because it's been so long since I haven't been able to whistle that I don't necessarily remember what it was like. But you make an embouchure much like oboe or saxophone. Probably more like oboe than like saxophone. And then you adjust the position of your lips and tongue and everything until it starts making something other than just straight up noise. When it starts being a pitch, you're on the right track. And then you just keep adjusting little by little until... Not if you can only whistle while inhaling. Not particularly. They're similar skills, but you might not have the muscle tone to be able to maintain your lips while whistling outward. And so the increased pressure on them by having the air press them against your teeth can actually make whistling in easier than whistling out. I would expect that more... I'd expect that more in non-wind players. Like, if you've never played a wind instrument in your life, I could see only being able to whistle in being a thing. My outward whistling is definitely better than my inward. Versus... was in versus out. But most likely because I haven't practiced it as much. Curses. Yeah, oboe and clarinet don't have the same problems that saxophone does, and I don't know why. I really don't know why low notes on the sax are so much worse than on the clarinet and the oboe. Oboe is closer to the saxophone than the clarinet. I have never come across anyone who was like, man, I just can't get that low E out on the clarinet. Never heard it. Never. Hey there, Sugar. We're talking about whistling and saxophone. You know how to whistle, Sugar? Oh, and I have yet to figure out how to do that super intense dad whistle. Oh. You can whistle not well, though? Cool. And it's one of those things that you get better if you practice, and not everyone has a reason to practice. Curses, jumped right into the spikes. But yeah, whistling is entirely internal resonating chamber work. Singing uses them a lot, but it's not strictly necessary that you have them aligned properly because you get a lot of the pitch from your vocal cords. Whereas with whistling, you get almost none of it from your lips themselves. Yeah, the sharp and loud whistle to get someone's attention, that's what I call a dad whistle. Oh, I overjumped it. Like, I generally know the physics of how it's supposed to work. I've just never found the right alignment to make it work. Curses! Does having wet lips matter? In general, I find it easier to whistle with wet lips, but I don't know if that's a universal truth or not. Yeah, if your lips are super dry, it'll be a less consistent surface. And so you'll end up getting some weird anomalies happening. Hey there, Flippin' Legend, welcome back. And so when your lips are moist... Oh, man. So when your lips are moist, it tends to be easier. I'm not sure it's strictly necessary. I just know it's easier for me. Yeah, it was bad. Always super dry in dreams. That's interesting. For me, it often dries out while I'm sleeping, so I wake up and my mouth is super dry. But I don't remember actually feeling it in the dream. Pulling your lips like an old person. No. No. Not good oboe playing, bad oboe playing. Because you don't want them in over your teeth. In general. Again, different people have different techniques, but mine is not that. You get much less flexibility with it if they're in over your teeth. Back from taking out the trash. No, it's significantly more puckered than that. Like, it doesn't have to be super puckered. It's not full lemon, but it's not pulled back on your teeth. Curses. Oh, that was bad. Jump. You finally got a new PC? That's awesome, sugar. What's it like? Oh, my favorite drink. Currently, I'd have to go with a pomegranate Arnold Palmer. So bad. Only problem is they're pricey, so I don't have them very often. Whoa, that was close. Better than the laptop, that's good. Oh man. We're dead. Maybe some extra, the music isn't racing. But this is the speed. This is the speed of Danse Macabre. Like, it needs to be this fast. Okay, let's go. And pomegranates themselves are really tart. So I don't usually eat them straight, and I usually don't drink them straight either. Like, raw, just straight up pomegranate juice is really intense. Oh, yeah, I only have one monitor. That's rough. So if you really like the taste, pomegranate juice is fine. But most of the pure pomegranate juice I find is super intense. Unsweetened. I'm not sure if the stuff I've had that's just straight up is sweet or not. Car says, I missed the vine. Oh, that was way bad. Hey there, Hey Bee. It's called Oh No. Sounds unfortunate. And maybe you should say hello before dropping a level. Most of the one you've seen are sweetened, usually only get unsweetened juice. I mean, most fruit juices are sweet enough on their own. You just hurt your mouth at this point? Then you need to relax more. Oh, man. Because if it's hurting, you're way too tense. The whistling requires your lips to come together and stay together, but it should not make a musician tired to whistle for any amount of time. Like, you could whistle for hours. And not get tired if you play the oboe and the saxophone. Yeah, the whistling hole should not be smaller than the tip of your tongue. Come on, Mario. Jumping is important. Because it works on a similar principle to the flute. And it might be that some people do whistle that tiny, but that is way too small for the way I do it. So yeah, really, Mario? It's comparable to playing the flute. Should the air be blowing into your chin? No, it should be going. Its direction changes depending on which pitch you're going for. And it should mostly be out, not down. Something really annoying about California driver's license process. I'm not sure I know anything about California's particular process. Car says, you wait 6 months after your written test before you can take the actual driving test. Interesting. Just defaults to really low. Then stick your chin out. It'll redirect it upwards. That is a long time between the written and the driving. Those numbers I don't find to be that strange. Really? Gotta wait 4 months after that doing nothing. Yeah, that seems a bit nonsensical to make people not drive for that long before their test. But then again, would you still have your permit between the two? I'm from a state where you take your written test and then you take your driving test and then you're done. Unless you fail your parallel parking. Which I'm not even 100% sure they do anymore. Mario! Right, you can't drive on your own. Which is annoying. But understandable if you're not licensed. It's kind of the whole point of a license. Man, I keep forgetting to not look at the chat during that jump. Ah, I didn't think I made that jump. But yeah, that many months. Like, do they give you a rationale? Like, don't you know that you passed the written part, like, instantaneously? Why don't jazz bands have soprano saxes? Projection. And also the likelihood of any given player owning one. And certain ones do. And oddly enough, the probability of a jazz band having a soprano saxophone is directly proportional to the influence of the guitar player on what the jazz band does. So a jazz band run by a guitarist is fairly likely to have someone playing the soprano sax. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Another one of those jumps? Oh. Goodness me, is that young. Silly progressive states. It is down there too. Jiminy Christmas. Yeah, I don't like that jump. We're probably gonna have to move on to a new level here soon, because I could probably spend all night listening to Camille Saint-Saëns. I'm not sure that's what you all want. How did I miss that jump of all things? Yeah, it would make a whole lot more sense to just make it the age when you can take both tests to be the same. And you take one, and then you take the other, and then you can drive a car. Although, is there something that you can do having passed the written test, but you don't need the driving test for? Oh, you get a permit when you pass the written test. Yeah, that's also different here. Well, again, I say here, but I mean where I grew up. See, for me, the written test was after all of that. that you got the permit just by being a certain age. You took the lessons. And then you took the written and driving test together at the end of the process. Again, you couldn't drive alone. Yeah, you get the permit when you've done the classroom work. Then you take the practical lessons. And then you do the written test and the driver's test at the end. So theoretically, I guess there was a written test prior to that because it was a class. But I'm not sure what they would do for non-traditional folk. How do I make that jump? That jump is too tight. Okay. That jump is too tight. We're going to give this a star. Apparently very slowly. I'm going to exit that course. And then we're going to move on to Mario Magic Maker. So you had to take the test at the end of driver's ed to be allowed to take the written... Oh, that's weird. DMV system, another 3 months. It's rough. Rough, I say. Rough, rough. That's an interesting door into nowhere. How expensive is a good alto sax? A couple of $1,000s? Not entirely certain what we're supposed to be doing here. Because you can't kick these through walls. It's Mario 3, so you can't kick them up. Yeah, and there's ground and not planks beneath some of this, but... only so much we can do with a spring. We can look for Kaizo blocks. Aha! I just had to go and pick something up. I was too busy holding a spring to pick up a P-switch. "11 seconds. Hey there, Wave of Wonders. How's it going? Aw. That's cool. Okay, so that's an interesting, interesting little thing. So how much faster is 11 seconds? Much faster. Completed. Basic, what are you surprised? Oh, we've got the flowers. My goodness. How are we doing this in 30 seconds? Probably full send. Started pressing right a little earlier than I needed to. Oh dear. That looks dangerous. Okay, no twirls. Do need to move a little bit to the left. Oh, okay, a little bit more than that. little bit less than that. I just don't understand how to just do the beginning. How are you supposed to land? There's a lot of level left, isn't there? But yeah, oboes are expensive instruments. And I expect 1400 to be an intermediate model saxophone. You're right back? Drop some weight. Good luck. Still nothing compared to the bassoon. Those things are bananas expensive. I just don't know what to do about those. Like a professional bassoon is basically choosing between, do you want a bassoon or do you want a car? And you could probably get a better car than you can get a bassoon. Yeah, at the age you start instruments, you're just not thinking about money and how much these things are really going to cost down the road. Started pressing right too soon. Why do there have to be spikes, level creator? Mario, you're supposed to jump. Oh. Probably should have just ground pounded. Oh man, the spacing on these is just weird. Because I don't think you can get a nice, even distribution. I definitely hit ground pound for that one. Yeah, we were dead on that one. We have to start on the right, then middle, then left. There we go. Got the twirl, but the twirl is not what I wanted. How did you not ground pound, Mario? I didn't know there were plants. Water major. Perhaps you should say hello before dropping a level.
Oh no!
Again, I forgot to look at the fact that it was plants. Spin jump after the second firebar. Dude!
Oh no!
Maybe say hello. Maybe say what the levels are like, what they're about, why you give them to me and not somebody else. Or maybe you just give them to everybody. We don't know. Have you been here long enough to know how good I am at this game? Spoiler alert, it's not very good.
Oh no!
I mean, that is true. People are probably accustomed to YouTube streamers who don't actually reply when people say things in the chat, and Facebook streamers where it's not entirely clear how long it takes for the comments to even get there. Oh, we made it. I'm not sure I want to go into this pipe. Don't have a lot of time left. Oh, no! Way I'm seeing this sheet music says Ronnie Cube shoved his fist into his berry during a solo. Knees are more likely than fists. But still possible. Okay, so I need to figure out how to speed this part up. Yeah, that was definitely dead. You're an idiot, lol? Why? It's actually easier to get your knee into your alto than it is on the berry. But totally doable. With the berry, some people have a lot of trouble getting the angle properly. Oh, I see. Yes, easier sitting down. Yeah, I don't know how to do this part fast, but I definitely need to. Definitely isn't lowering the pitch. Oh. Then why are you bothering to do it? Oh, man. Because that's how you get a low A on alto and a low A flat on the berry. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything on any other note. Okay, that was too early. I don't know how I got that perfect the first time.
Oh no!
Yeah, because the reason it works on the low B flat is because the sound has to go the whole way.
Oh
Man.
no!
How is it notated that it's telling you that?
Oh no!
Man. I should just see how far I can get. Oh, yeah, that's not what plus means. It's not the only thing that plus means.
Oh no!
That plus is the opposite of O. O means open, plus means closed. And so, depending on the context, there are a lot of different things that might mean. And so, what note does it have the plus over? And is it the same note before it?
Oh no! Oh no!
Tismo G, high F, and F with a plus, and then E. Because it might... Because sometimes it means to play the note with a different fingering, such that you get the same note repeated, but more smoothly than you get by tonguing them. And so, if I saw that in a solo transcription, I would interpret it to be, you play the altissimo G, then you play the high F, and then you play the next F, fingered like a low B flat. And then you go to E. Welcome back, Sugar. And you'll get a really cool effect. We did get further than you saw, but not by much. Like, we got to the end, but we were probably a second or two shy of the axe. How long have I been on this level? You can ask me, Modern Major. Because the answer will likely still be, I don't know, in both cases. But I started it not too long before you showed up, really. Or she? Can you not hear my voice on YouTube?
Oh no!
Mac's on YouTube. Mac would know if we could hear my voice. I triple jumped, so I couldn't ground pound? I don't know. And we're probably dead. Oh, we made it! We made it! We overjumped it again. Human react comment, so yes, you kind of figured. But Modern Major kind of acting like I don't talk to you people. Are you feeling neglected? Boing, boing, boing. And we made it! Haha! I saved just enough time. Completed. Hold your breath on that last bit. I know, right? That was pretty fun. You get a star for that. World record! Now, to be fair, not very many people have played that level. 350 attempts. But that's 9 people. Beat the record by 4 milliseconds. Yeah. Yeah. Way to not hesitate quite as much in that spiky section. Okay, next up looks like an auto level. I like well-made auto levels. Now, the only concern is there are no controls listed in the title. And so I'm going to press nothing. Okay, it appears that nothing was the correct answer. We have a lot of spring madness. Some downtime. Downtime is a little strange for an auto level, but we'll see. What on earth is happening? There are some really amazingly designed auto levels out there. This one was pretty good. It had you do some interesting back and forths. The really amazing ones have you gain and lose hats. There are ones where you have to hold a particular direction and a particular button, and it'll have you do all sorts of fun things. So at some point, I kind of want to look up a bunch of the best auto levels. Because some of them are just fantastic. The trouble is the listing of the best auto levels likely also includes some of the music levels, which are cool. Don't get me wrong. I really like music levels too. But they're a very different beast. Ah, hold up. Nice. I mean, that's not gonna kill all of them.
Oh no!
It's a very strange speedrun. Very strange speedrun indeed. So we need to go in that door. Oh, there's POW up there. That's the POW I was looking for. For some reason, I just don't know how to do ground pounds. Oh, I probably should have grabbed that. Because this guy wasn't on screen, so he's not dead. Key on your alto, right hand, middle or ring finger, open the hole right above the thumb rest. So, are you talking about the side F sharp? Or something other than your side F sharp? What is a side F sharp? Well, that explains it. So, play an F, and then press that key. You only play the flute? Well, the flute is very similar. Most of the fingerings are pretty much the same as the saxophone. The F sharp's a little different. Sean 1996, thank you for accepting my duck. My saxophone does have the altissimo F sharp that you're looking for, and it is in exactly that location. It's right above the side F sharp. Basically forced. Yeah, it's just the low and high, not altissimo. But certain saxophones, usually professional level, do have the key for for the altissimo F sharp. It shouldn't be hard to reach. And it's mostly for when you need to do it very fast. It's also slightly better in tune. Your brother plays it. Very nice. How much do I reckon a decent first car should cost? Well, that all depends on how much money you have and how much you love cars. Yeah, so people who don't play the oboe and don't play the bassoon don't like cross fingerings. And so whenever you can avoid swapping fingers for any reason, you should. Oh, thought I had it. So swapping your index and middle finger is not something that an ordinary wind player does with pleasure. And so there are usually ways around it for when you're going fast. How? What? Oh, I was on top of the cloud. I see. Really? Really, Mario? Oh, just down it. Oh, he wasn't on the screen! I see on flute. Yeah, it really does. And hello, Christopher, Christensen Ferrelli. That's quite the name you got there. Ah, parents will be financing it at first. Yeah, I also don't know what the price is aren't necessarily like out in California either. Legion. Nice. Yeah, and the thing about Altissimo is that it's often different for each saxophone and each player, which fingering actually works the best. I'm judging too soon. And so for me, how I play the high F sharp, even without the special key on the alto, is different from how I play it on the tenor, which is different from how I play it on the bari. High G sharp to high A sharp. I mean, there's gotta be a trill fingering for that. Like, there's gotta be a trill key for that on the flute. You've got so many trill keys. One of them has to be for that, doesn't it? Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to be too big of a difference. Not compared to, like, produce and whatnot. Didn't even know the oboe had trill keys. Yeah, some of the really high stuff, and on the oboe, when you've got some mildly problematic fingerings. Thought they were really weird high note keys. Some of them might be, but yeah. But you don't get nearly as many trill keys on certain other instruments. Like, clarinet hardly has any. Like, it's got the F sharp like you have on the saxophone, but I mean, you've got the side ones as well for, like, B flat, but didn't think I was on the ground yet. Such a strange speedrun. Like, you don't... Like, with that, are you supposed to ground pound it? Are you supposed to hit it with something else? Are you supposed to bring it with you? It's just unclear. And then there, I lose my spin. The top two palm keys? Top two right hand. So the bottom one for your A sharp, you mean? And then the other two? So yeah, the bottom one turns A into B flat. The middle one turns B into C. And then the top one should turn your top E flat into an E. So I'm really curious how you play an E. Try bringing the POW down to the bottom cloud platform where you can see the big chompy things. Crazy enough to work. It's gonna go at me, but that's probably fine. How tight is the speedrun? No idea. Still haven't gotten through the door. Is this not your level? I thought this was your level. Whose level is this? Furlfoot, welcome back. How's it going? We're playing a quote-unquote speedrun. That is quote-unquote easy. Oh man. There we go. Man. These dude plays YouTube. Quote unquote painful. Kind of worked, yeah. Like, if it weren't for my bad Mario skills, it would have been fine. Curses. Juxtaposition Mario Maker attempts while casually talking about wind instruments. I've been considering, in June when Mario Maker 2 comes out, playing Mario Maker 2 while doing Twitch sings. Like, have them both running at the same time. And do karaoke while doing Mario. Yeah, I know you can do... Oh, that was a much better movement. I know you can do those sorts of ground pound things, but I'm generally pretty bad at them. I don't know how it would work for the Twitch Sings thing. And yeah, I would only have songs that I know. That it wouldn't be the stuff that I've been doing lately, where I'll sight sing some things. It would just be songs that I know well enough to karaoke while playing this game. Well, not so much this game as that game. Yeah, like, we definitely do not have the time to be doing 2 loops. Look at how much more level there is. Oops. I didn't get the wall jump. So, yeah, the Twitch thing stuff would likely be mostly, would be mostly 90s and jazz. Oh, I didn't. We're so close to the door. So yeah, the 90s music I would definitely know well enough to do that. There might be a few other ones that I might know well enough. Hello again, Frofoot. How's it going? You didn't say how you were doing last time. Although, I might not have asked how you were. I might have just said welcome back. Nope, that would have been good. There we are. That was bad. I didn't have enough speed. Nope, not 8 hours. That's 8 p.m. Local time. Why? Why did I go against the wall? Could use Chumbawamba. Yeah, if only they had the Chumbawamba license. Yeah, I really should put it in 24-hour format. But I'm too lazy. But then again, the PM would make it such that people were like, "You've been streaming for 20 hours? How have you been streaming for 20 hours?" I haven't. Oh, I didn't think I made it. I didn't think I made it to the cloud. $2,500 does seem fairly reasonable. How many miles on it? We made it in the door. So there's a Z and a toss. I don't know. 120,000. What brand? Because that number of miles does mean something different depending on the type of car. But it does seem like a pretty decent price at the moment. Regardless. Oh, there's a POW. Can I even make it to that POW? Nani? Car is from 1970. I would trust 120,000 on a car from 70 than I would from a car from 90. So I'm not too worried about the 1970 part. So long as it isn't, you know, rusted out. Oh, I see. Wooden bed have minor surface rust. Well, if it's only surface rust and you know how to maintain it to make sure it stays that way. EA Sports, it's in the game. How's it going, Steven Place? Not your me account. That's fine. Yeah, but it's not a desert, and oxidation can happen from a whole host of sources. So it's not as big a deal as it would be in a lot of other places. Okay, so this part is starting to actually look like a speed run, but this first part, I don't know how to do that part fast. This is not the least bit intuitive. So I'm gonna skip this one. Collab troll level? I mean, I'm happy to play whatever levels I'm given. I might not finish them. I might not star them. But I'm always happy to play. And that one troll level we had was a blast. Oh, and apparently my bot does not see when people do the say hi thing. So, thanks for the thumbs up. Seems good. Decent plays YouTube. Okay. This looks like another auto level. Let's go. Holding up. Boing. 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 Ah. Using the P switch to switch up how the beginning goes. I like it. Having to wait on the strange spring bounces is a little strange. I'm not entirely certain why we do that. I like that you're trying to do the overlapping stuff there. So you're in the star for doing that. But having to wait on springs to do things like that takes a lot of the thrill out of the roller coaster. World record 7 seconds. Nice. So, basic, how's the whistling coming along? We'll mark that one as completed. And then promote. Some sweet potato salsa dancing. Silly rule breakers, getting done faster than everybody else. So, everyone who's played this game, are you super excited for Mario Maker 2 to come out in June? Or are you like, nah, I'm good with just what we've got? Oh, well, that's interesting. Okay. That's cool. Yes, excited. I mean, that's not gonna help. I mean, that feels like death as well, but there's only so much you can do. Oh, they're squeezing in on me! Oh. Oh, I see. Boom! Hello, person on the internet. Is it a troll level? Perhaps. That all depends. Is this a death door? Ah, nice. That's a nice touch. So not strictly a death door. Like, I'm wondering why there wasn't a Kaizo block right there. And making you fall into that pit. That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, I've never actually done this trick. So I don't actually know how to do it. Oh, right. You have to be on the right side of the vine or else you'll hit the spikes. Yep, I always ride it too low. Oh. Missed. Just like bumping them. Oops. Always bonking my head. Always bonking my head. Oh no, I lose. How did I not hit that one before now? That's pretty impressive. Have a good one, Mac. Thanks for being here. Oh, I bonked my head again. Oh, that's a fun troll right there. You see up here where it's got that semi-solid platform where you get up there and you get locked in and you just walk into the spike and die? Pepper's Farm remembers. Oh, the same would happen there if I actually made that jump. Except it looked like there might have been a way out the top. Well, we might as well just come down here. There's no sense trying to win that. Oh, there did look like there was a way out up there. But in a troll level, you never know which one's the troll. But that gap does seem better hidden. And so is more likely to be the solution. Supposing I can make this jump. Which I couldn't. Although, I might be able to make it from that block, if I can make it onto the block. You're wondering, world record is 524. Nice. Oh, I bonked my head. Does it cost money to get a smog check? If so, how much? That's... Oh. Didn't realize there was one there, too. That's a California thing? I don't know. Well, it's a regional thing. Not all places have that. And so I would recommend consulting the internet. Hey, we made it. No Kaizo's there. Only an ice block to smush me with. Hey, look. know if this is what I need to do, but I'm doing it. Oh, this jump, my old friend. Yeah, not all places have smog checks. And they call them different things in different places. Oh, I overjumped. One place I lived, they were called... let's see. One place I lived, we called them inspections. Like, they were just inspections. There was somewhere else I lived that they called them emissions tests. And so in a place that has actual smog, they probably call them smog checks. I've never lived in a place that actually had smog. Bonked my head again! A poor noggin! Look at the pipe past the P-switch, see a brick. Yeah, I kind of figured that much. Because the pipe will send me to the sub, and then the sub will send me back here. Never trust pipes in troll levels. Yeah, I live close enough to San Fran that you actually have smog. That's unfortunate, but I mean, it might be nice living near San Francisco. Never been. It's not nice at all? Oh, so you made all the... You gave all the locks a courtesy, Spike? That's much appreciated. Okay, we made it. Everybody's biased. Man, I didn't make it in time. That's pretty tight. I don't know what it's gonna do being one block over, but... Don't like the idea of going in that pipe. So, do you not like the city because of the city itself, or because it's a city? When you go in that gap, magic. Because I'm not a city person. I'm not a huge fan of cities in general. There are a couple that I've enjoyed visiting, but none I would enjoy staying near. I'm kind of hoping there's an off-screen fish in that gap. I've been to 2 of those 3, and in the airport of the 3rd. And one of them was much nicer than anticipated. It's a very untrolly troll level. And it is reasonable to dislike cities, just in general, because of the nature of how they're structured, what sorts of people tend to live there, what sorts of activities are available, the air, the sound. Two checkpoints. Goodness me. Which means I do have to go to the sub world. Near impossible to drive a manual in a city. It's near impossible to just drive in a city. Man, I bonked my head again. But I don't drive a stick, so I don't know how much worse it would be. But yeah, people are crazy. Drivers do tend to be a little crazier in cities because you need that little extra crazy to get the job done sometimes. And so they end up doing it once and seeing that it works, and so they do it some more. Oh, that's actually pretty good, because now I can hit it and fall immediately. Come on, Mario. Just get in the gap. Oh, I see. Safe money is on this is death? There's my death trap. There's my way out. Only driven stick and same. I think this and shift in second gear. Try not. Crazy minivan driver who wasn't letting you merge from lane that was ending. Yeah. Yeah, people who don't let you merge are the worst. I didn't see what was going on over here, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it. Like, I can let that guy loose, but that doesn't really solve me anything. Pipe at the checkpoint? Oh. Well, that's weird. Moles! Why is there gotta be moles? Can you submit levels that aren't you? I mean, I exited too fast. Or did I? I don't know what happened there. You don't have a Wii U? I mean, if they're reasonable and good levels, I'll be happy to play them. But if they're things for Dashy, I mean, do you really just want to watch me die for a while? Because I am happy to just die over and over again. I did not stay in there long enough. Wait, stacked pipe? No. Sans Undertale 9. How's it going? I'm not sure if I need that P-switch or not. Like, it kind of looks like I do, but I don't know. Because if you don't need the P-switch, I can do this all day long. You need it! What do I need it for? I've got a perfectly reasonable pipe. 1980 Cadillac DeVille. It's 21,000 probably rolled over. Probably. So that's the 121. I think it's worth it. I don't know anything about the DeVille. At last. Moles! Oh, hi moles. So Sans for Smash. I'm not against it. Well, I mean, I kind of figured it was a big car. I mean, that is the, that is what you would expect from a Cadillac that I know the name of. Oh, really? Not gonna let me in the pipe that time? What a jerk. So, if at some point in the future I did get Smash Ultimate, who do you all think I should main? Or should I just do my usual thing and just play at random and never learn anything in particular about any character? I am looking forward to Super Mario Maker 2. I'm gonna keep my hopes modest. Just looked a little suspicious. My goodness, those moles are fast. Ha ha ha! I've escaped you, moles. I don't even have a switch yet. This looks suspicious. Didn't you hear? Super Mario Maker 2 got canceled. I mean, it was just announced. How do you cancel something that doesn't even exist? Actually, from the gameplay they showed, it exists a lot more than I expected. The old land yacht. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a Switch. It's a lot of money. I don't have a lot of time to play video games. Okay, you said, when I enter the pipe, don't move. Nice. And now to escape! I can make that. Oh, I almost made it. That's a nice touch. That right there earned you a star. That was a really nice touch. that ending too, with the munchers piling on. That was nice. I like that. But yeah, no Switch just yet. I'm considering getting one now that there's enough games to make it seem worth my while. Previously, there just weren't enough games. It didn't reach my threshold for money to enjoyment ratio. But now that there's Odyssey and Breath of the Wild and Smash and soon to be Mario Maker 2, I think that's enough. I'm an adult. I got money. I don't need emulators. It's not that I'm spending it's not like I'm not buying it because I don't want to spend the money on it. I'm not buying it because I don't feel it's worth the money just yet. Yeah, when I get the Switch, I'll definitely get Odyssey. I will definitely get Breath of the Wild. I will almost definitely get Smash. Those all do look good, but it's not quite... Dark Souls? I don't need Dark Souls for the Switch. I've got Dark Souls for the PC. I don't need multiple copies. Like, I'm not playing Dark Souls on the road. Level completed. Next up is Derpy Goat's Tiny Markings. Oh. Oh, you don't have Breath of the Wild, eh? Rune Factory 5. At least you know exactly how to do it now. You got a Switch, you'd get Dark Souls to go. Yeah, if you love the game, it's well worth taking places. I do need to get Undertale at some point. I still don't own it. The hype hasn't died down enough yet. I need to wait until the hype is at a minimum, but then they released Deltarune and they hyped everything back up. Curse you people and your Deltarunes. Yeah, I know. So I'm not gonna play it anytime soon. Here we go again. How do I not have Undertale? I didn't buy it because it was overhyped and got to a point where it's like, there's no way this can be as good as people have made it out to be. Oh, I got a 10 instead of a 1-up? What are you doing to me, auto level? Completed. Thought I was afraid of people jumping in my stream and yelling spoilers. I mean, there is that. But I don't care about that quite as much as the people love that game. Potentially too much. And so if I didn't love it as much as they loved it, And people were okay with the spoilers in Dark Souls, but there was still a decent amount of people just wanting to tell me how to make it work. And would ask questions not thinking they were spoilers about things that I had never seen. Inconsistencies of themes. I see. Okay, next up. So this will likely be the last level of the evening. And if it's as truly as I have been foretold, we probably won't finish it. I don't know if I'm going to do any singing tonight, so we need to ask everybody whether or not they want to hear some singing tonight. Yeah, that is true. Most people who would jump in and yell spoilers have never seen me stream. So anyone who's here preaching to the choir, you're not going to do it. You're here talking like normal people. It has a what now? Okay. Mole with a muncher on its head. Brilliant. Okay. How am I getting past the flying ones, though? Just getting too much speed. On a Twitch cranberry? Never had a twitching cranberry. Well, that was weird. He just threw his muncher at me. Yep. Totally needs that screaming every time I die. There's no way it doesn't need that. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. It's not location specific. Every person is assigned a random font when they show up. It just so happened this time, I know there's a spike there. I just don't know how to jump low enough. Yes, mole, I know. I just don't have enough good fonts that look right on that paper. Okay, there we go. We're riding this cannon to glory. Or death. I don't know. Surprising virtual level. Red coins are required. Yeah. They changed the paper, man. But I like the paper. I like the paper way more than I like the fonts. Really? Really, Mario? Really? That was almost really cool. Charge! Right, spin jumps are lower than regular jumps. Oops. That was still probably a decent idea. Really? Really, Slippery Foot? You're really going that far? Oh, there's a ghost. Do I use an emulator? I do not, Yellow Black. Not for this, at least. This is an authentic Wii U. I thought that was a small spin jump. Apparently I was wrong. Oh no, the moles are coming to get me. I think I'm gonna bring this ghost with me. And then whee! Hopefully this is okay. Okay. That was a little intense. Yeah, I didn't actually think there was a raid. You've been here the whole time. Besides, it would tell me. I kind of figured something like that was going to happen. Didn't quite know what it was. What are you wanting, sugar? His spelling of the word psych, his usage of the word psych. Oh, there was a muncher on my head. Just go downward on that ledge. Which ledge? Am I not supposed to ride the skulls? Forgot about the boo. Okay, so we're gonna come up here, grab that, and come down. Oh, boo ring. Haha, that's pretty good. Oh no, a mole! Such a long death sound. Old games don't have that because you couldn't afford that much useless death audio that you hear once every, what, 300 deaths? 400, 500? I've never heard it before. Good job, Muncher. Good job. Charge! Kaboing! And up we go. And down we go. A little surprised that there aren't Kaizo blocks there. Oh, no, you don't, mole. Oh, moles from the sky. That's good. I thought it was gonna be a fish. Oops. And now we have to deal with the booze. Booze dealt with. Well, here's a level for you. Yep. That is, in fact, a level. Okay. am flattered that you expect me to get to the part with a bunch of bumpers. Person on the internet, we are not getting to that level tonight. Because once I decide I'm not playing this level anymore, I'm either going to call it a night, or we're going to do a little bit of Twitch Sings. Where it's basically karaoke. But it's only on Twitch. Come and get me, moles. This seems too easy. I don't trust it. I'm gonna take the door. It's less obvious. 4 bumpers. Here we do a thing. But what do we do? We wait for a P-switch. We find a P-switch. What black magic is that? All right, don't do anything. Yeah, I know that's what I'm supposed to do. I just don't want to end up in the pit. There we go. I feel like this is the way to go. And then we head down this way. Oh, you were very lucky on that one. And there was a fireball that I didn't see. Excuse me? That's weird. I don't like that glitch one bit. Oh, and I have to jump. Nice. Kaizo part? I don't like Kaizo parts. I take it that pipe is death as well? I want to find out how. Wait a minute, there's another pipe there. Why is there another pipe there? Oh, we're back here. Nice. Right. I need to jump. Oh, goodness. Goodness me, oh my. Really, Mario? You went back that far? Oh, okay, I see. Don't even tell me. I see it. And so if you managed to do all of that in one life, such that you had the other 2 red coins, such that you had the key, you'd come in this door. But alas. And we can't go back, so guess we're dead. Yep. Understood. Yeah, you go in that pipe, you get the red coins, you come back, and everything will be fine. I do not feel any need to finish that level. So, by a show of hands, if I were to go over onto Twitch, do some Twitch Sings karaoke type stylings, would you meet me over there? Or are you just gonna go? Show of hands, would you join me over on Twitch for a karaoke type experience? If you don't know how to raise your hand, it goes a little something like this. And if you're already on Twitch, it goes a little something like this. And Sugar already knows how to do it on Mixer, so everyone on Mixer knows how to do it. And I know there's a bit of delay over on the YouTubes. Okay, so we've got 2 people. 2 people is plenty. That's my average audience anyway. So, the stream will be down momentarily because it is only on Twitch. It is not on YouTube. It is not on Mixer. So I have to do a couple of little switcheroos, but it should be back up in a matter of, I'd say, 2 minutes. So we are heading over to Twitch in under 2 minutes. And everyone who's leaving, thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next live stream or video of Super Mario Maker Who Knows What with Light.